After Reuters did a story talking about the involvement of AT&T with One America News Network, that is the right-wing Donald Trump-loving MAGA network that is filled with misinformation and just outright lies, the Congressional Black Caucus weighed in. This was a statement from CBC Chairwoman Representative Joyce Beatty. It has been brought to our attention AT&T, a longtime supporter of CBC-affiliated initiatives, has been identified as a primary sponsor of the far-right, anti-democratic, hatred-peddling organization One America News Network. AT&T's support of OAN is in direct opposition to its claim of embracing and valuing diversity, equity, and inclusion. As members of the Congressional Black Caucus, we find these allegations appalling and call on AT&T to respond immediately. We will not yield in our dedication to combating any attempt to circumvent democratic principles, disenfranchise American voters, and marginalize black communities. We will continue to demand accountability and transparency in our efforts to uplift and preserve diversity, equity, and inclusion at levels and across all industries. This is our power and our message. Now, AT&T has become under withering criticism in the last 24 hours as a result of this particular story. This was a statement that was sent to me from AT&T. AT&T has never had a financial interest in OAN's success and does not, quote, fund OAN. CNN is the only news network we fund because it is a part of AT&T. When we acquired DirecTV, we refused to carry OAN on that platform, and OAN sued DirecTV as a result. As part of the settlement of that lawsuit, DirecTV agreed to a commercial carriage agreement with OAN 4 years ago. OAN's programming is also carried by other TV providers. DirecTV also has commercial carriage agreements with CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, and other news channels. DirecTV offers a wide variety of programming, including many news channels that offer a variety of viewpoints, but it does not dictate or control programming on the channels. Any suggestion otherwise is wrong. The decision of whether to renew the carriage agreement upon its expiration will be up to DirecTV, which is now a separate company outside of AT&T. Now, here's the deal here, Greg, and I understand the statement from them. But the reason people are also responding because it was the OWN founder, the OAN founder, who said that it was AT&T executives who encouraged him to launch this network. That is what people are talking about.
Yes, sir. Well, Roland, I mean, you're the master of knowing how these interlocking media corporations work and what their interests are. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't AT&T headquartered in Dallas?
Yep.
So, yeah, okay, good. I thought, because I think all these stories.
And on the same day that the Republicans initiated the voter suppression bill, the AT&T PAC gave Governor Greg Abbott's campaign $100,000.
Wow.
Well, as you always say, follow the money. Follow the money. AT&T's total subscription viewer base went down. It's been going down. It went from 26 million in 2015, domestic U.S., to 15.5 million in August. One thing about white nationalists, they loyal viewers. They're going to watch Fox. They're going to watch OAN. So it's business. And as was reported, if OAN lost that DirecTV platform, they would crater. And so, you know, AT&T is counting their money. They're got their finger in the wind, trying to see what political direction this country is going in. They're headquartered in a state that is known for easy regulations. That's why a lot of California companies are relocating to Dallas, but they're playing to Texas, but they're playing a dangerous game. Because as the brother reported in the New York Times yesterday, he wrote a long article about Texas being the future of America. These businesses are getting nervous because some of these political folk like AT&T and other businesses are weaponizing have gone so far, in fact, that they are risking a black and brown and intelligent lash against this white lash that could ultimately accrue to AT&T's detriment. So what we might see is AT&T back up off OAN if they feel like it's going to be bad for business. And at this point, I guess we just don't know until people put enough pressure on them.
Faraji.
Dr. Khan and Brother Roland, that's the part about this situation that that disturbs me the most is that, I mean, they've already put the money into OAN. So by them already putting the money into, and if they back off at this point, it's only because of public pressure, not necessarily because it doesn't align with their values. And so they're going to find another way. There's somebody within AT&T or somebodies or a group of people who are feeling the mission and the values and the work of OAN. Somebody said that this needs to be invested in and this needs to be invested in heavily. And I would just wish, I mean, I'm going Christmas. I know this is October, but I wish this would just have a Christmas wish that when we have moments like this, we can just say, all right, black folks, let's just stop subscribing to AT&T. Change your phone service and change any other service related to AT&T to someplace else. But the bottom line is that now, AT&T is still one of the biggest telecommunications companies in this country. And at this point, it's like, what is there left for us to do? How do we, and I say it like this, Dr. Carr, how do we bring that fire to their ass to let them know that the decisions that they have made with our dollars, now check this out, they use our dollars to support interests that are not in our best interest. How do we bring the fire under their ass to make sure that they stay accountable to us? Not just in a public call out or even in a statement, but in a way that they can feel it. Now, I know that back in earlier part of this year, they had like the Black Future Makers. They had a campaign about, black people doing something. I'm getting so sick and tired of PR campaigns trying to smooth over institutional racism. It's just sickening. And at this point, it's like we need to figure out some
but here's the answer. No. First of all, we don't have to figure it out. It's very simple what it is. And that is the carriage deal there that they receive. And that is OAN receives financial resources, subscriber money from DirecTV and other channels for their content. Now, according to the Reuters story, 90% of OWN's revenue comes from AT&T, which begs the question.
That's huge.
Other cable networks are carrying them, but are they paying them a subscriber fee? That's the real question that people have to ask. Now, what I would say is, okay, AT&T, are you encouraging black channels to be launched? And are you going to pay them subscriber fees? And let me explain this to everybody who's watching. When you sign these carriage deals go for 3, 5, 7 years. That means you're locking that revenue in. And so let's just say you're getting 10 cents per subscriber. If you got 15 million subscribers, that means that you're getting 15 million times 10 cents every single month for the next 3 to 5, 7 years. Do y'all understand, folks watching, how you can, when your revenue is locked in, how you're able to actually build? Just so y'all understand that if you're talking about, so you just take what I'm doing. If you take what we're doing, if you say that, oh, okay, so we're going to take $15 million, 15 million subscribers, and go 10 cents a sub, okay? And remember, you're getting this money per month. All right, these are monthly fees. That means that OAN is getting $1.5 million per month from those 10 cents, as if that's the deal. If it's 15 million subs, you're getting 10 cents per subscriber. That's $1.5 million. That means that in the course of a year, they're getting $18 million from AT&T, if those are the terms of the deals. Now, again, I just want everybody listening to understand when I am trying to unpack this stuff for you. If Roland Martin Unfiltered and Black Star Network decided to say, hey, AT&T, if they put Black Star Network on their system and paid us 10 cents per subscriber, okay, every month, do you know what would happen? That means that I can go out and hire, let's say, 50 staffers. You know what? Let's say 100 staffers at $100,000 each. That's $10 million, y'all. And guess what? I got $8 million left over. So I will go from 15 people overall. I don't have 15 working on the show. I got 50 people overall to 115. What do you think I could do with 100 more people? That's the difference when you get that additional 18 million. So a bunch of y'all are watching. Why have we been very aggressive in going after General Motors, McDonald's, Target, Verizon, other insurance companies and others when it comes to funding, because the advertising was driving media. And so when you're able to receive the advertising, and I appreciate the insertion order for the commercials you've been seeing from Nissan and from Amazon, we want to see a multi-year agreement from Nissan and Amazon. Not just ads in the fourth quarter, we want to sign a 3-year contract. That means that if we sign a 3-year contract for $3 million with Nissan and a 3-year contract for $3 million a year with Amazon, and that's $6 million a year that we are locking in for the next 3 years. That's how businesses are able to forecast. And so what we should be asking here, and I want AT&T. AT&T should be a leader here, and they should step up and say that they are going to commit 7% of the annual advertising marketing budget that they have to black-owned media, and by 2025, that number will go to 15% on an annual basis. Return on investment into supporting African Americans. Then I will want to see AT&T, and I know they spun the company off, but there's still an equity interest in DirecTV. And then also you got the merger between Time Warner and Discovery. I want to see them say, you know what, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to launch an OTT network, and we're going to help fund it that's targeting African Americans, and just like we would encourage the launch of OAN. That's what we are to do, Faraji, to answer your question. And so, to the organizations demanding meetings, that's what we should be asking. That's what I'm asking, and that's what it boils down to. Folks, back to our Roland unfiltered video in just one moment.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Like, wow, Roland was amazing on there.
Hey, Black, I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared. You dig?